Hey, Jeff Rhodes here again with another video on Microsoft 365. And today I wanted to look at the Surveys agent, which turns out to be a front end to Microsoft Forms, but lets you build a whole campaign really and get some notifications. So it's kind of cool. So we'll just take a minute. You can see I've added already here under agents. And by the way, I got to this screen by just doing office.com and it redirects here. But if you didn't have it yet, you just go to all agents and then scroll down, and then there's surveys, and just click it and just say add. So I've already done that. So let me click it over here, and I've already come up with a prompt there, create a survey of my new YouTube channel subscribers, see what kind of videos they like, and listed out the main kind of categories. So let's click that and see what it does. And I'm purposely not going to pause anything here just so you can see in real time. It's pretty quick. And we said when I first tried this earlier today, I wasn't actually even sure what tool it was going to use. If I had been pressed, I probably would have suspected it was Microsoft Forms, but wasn't sure. But that's what it ends up doing. So here we go. It says it's ready. It's been designed to help you understand which topics your subscribers are interested in, and it gives us a way to preview it. And it says rating scales and then tells us some stuff we can do. So we'll get to that in a minute. What's kind of cool is you can click it and then get a split screen of what it looks like. So let's just take a look, see if we like. And the immediate thing I noticed, these stars are a bit funky. To me, it looks like it's trying to do a Likert scale, which, but typically they stack them all on top of each other. So I don't really like that. If anything, I'd want 1 star here and 5 stars there, but just the fact that it's a star, a bit funky. So let's see if we can change it. So I'll say, please change to Likert scale. And let's see what it does. So again, we'll take a minute, and seems to do, when I play with it a little bit, a fairly good job of updating the interface. But some of it you've had to, I've seen a little bit where you have to open it full screen and look at it a little bit. So they replace the 7 individual rating questions with 1 Likert scale matrix, and it added a new question. So it looks good. We can click this, but looks like it already updated that fine. And even though it shows it this way, let's go ahead and try it. Let's open it up in Forms. We should show a little bit more how we expect with the, and notice it has Copilot inside there as well. So I'll let it finish its suggestions. We may do those in a minute, but let's go down, whoops, look at it. There we go. See how it says Power Apps, not interested, slightly interested. That's a lot more intuitive, what you'd expect there. So that's much better. And the other thing, I don't really like the default green and stuff. So I'll say, whoops, not sure what I clicked there. Guess I turned on Developers Tool somewhere. So we'll say, please change the default green and use a template that looks, oops, if I could spell, looks more high tech. Oh, it says not supported, update the theme. So I certainly can do it there. I've had it work before, but let's just go back here and say, let's view the details of what it recommends inside there. So, let's brighten the theme with relevant icons. So we can pick our own theme. I have had this work before, but that's okay. I probably didn't word it exactly right. And we'll say regenerate. There we go. So it's got a little bit cooler look than what we had before. And we turned on some icons and stuff too. All right, so let's get to the good stuff. So that allows us to set up distribution. So that's what it's recommending that we do next. So I'll say set up distribution. That. And what we're really looking for is now for it to monitor submissions, give us some data, that kind of thing. Send out an invitation, that kind of thing, gives us a plan. So you see it's going to building us a distribution plan. Kind of scroll a little bit here, get it. Send via email. And it's got what we're going to do on each day, aim for 10 responses, send a nudge out there. So what can we do? And I can even have it send it via chat. I click that link, but let's say send to, and you see I tried that before. I can put my Microsoft 365 email in there. So it's going to draft an email for me to use, and then when I approve it, it will go ahead and send it. So we'll try that, and then we'll go ahead and do a little, respond to it and see how it looks and see what kind of information it gives. So there's what it looks like. So I'm going to say send the invitation now. And this seems to me the most power part of it. I mean, that and the fact that you don't really need to know anything about forms at all. But let me go over my other monitor and just refresh my email. There we go. Let's see if it pops up. Yep, help shape our YouTube channel. Share your preferences. Thank you for being a valued subscriber. So we can click this, take the survey. Oh, and one thing I didn't do was change it to be anonymous. So probably should have done that. But let's go ahead and start. But that does look pretty high tech, so we'll take that. So I'm going to say, what's the main category? I'll say I like Copilot. And how interested am I in here? I'm interested in a lot of this, but not so much, say, in SharePoint, in Teams. And I'll put like that. I'll submit it. And by the way, I'm going to go, actually, let's see if we can get it to change it for us. So it can change the settings to allow anonymous responses. Here we go. Been disabled, so that's good. You can view the updated settings here. All updated. There we go. If I open it in Forms, let's see if it truly got that. Yep, anyone can respond. So it did that for me. So let's go back. And we can start monitoring it. Actually, it suggests it right there. And so now it's going to keep an eye on responses, and then we can also query responses. I haven't been with it long enough to know how often it sends responses, but we'll see if we get anything during this video, and otherwise we'll just have to try it on your own, put it on in the comments. So it's now being tracked. It says you receive email updates as progress is made. So it says this one respond has been invited. I could do more. So let me do check response status. And so what should give me here is some summary of what the one response is that we just did. But we can do that inside the agent anytime if we don't want to wait for the daily email that it'll send us. There he goes. Here's some initial data. Selected as Copilot as our favorite, interest in teams and so forth. Can export to Excel, which is kind of nice. Let's say send a reminder to boost response. And notice that it'll remember. Notice I only sent it to myself, but if I'd have said send it to these 10 people, it could send a reminder to all of those. So here's the reminder. So I just need to say go ahead and send it. I could have edited it as well. Just waiting for it to send, and then I'll look at it, and then I'll do one more response. Oh, here's the message. So it's being a little, I have to say go ahead again. So it just wants to be sure that I'm ready to do it. Being extra cautious, but that's what Copilot means rather than pilot, so I'll take it. So I'm just refreshing my other monitor to see when that email comes in. There we go. It says it was sent. Here we go. Here it is. Here's a quick reminder. So I'll take the survey again. Notice that it didn't prompt me for my account this time. So I'll say Power Automate for this one. I'll just say interested, just to give us a little bit of different data. There you go. And I can check response status again. Again, I believe it would tell us eventually, but I don't want to make this video any longer, so we'll just let it make sure that it can go in and get those responses itself when we ask it. So it says 2 responses, give us some of the data that's happening. And then one other thing I like, in case you don't know that Forms can give you that itself, you can say responses overview, and it'll go to the right spot in Forms where we can see the results and kind of see our bar charts and who likes what and so forth. So in any event, hope that's helpful. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Have a good one.